Have you ever been, scrolling online, or maybe you've walked into a crystal shop and all of a sudden your eyes just lock onto one specific stone, and it doesn't matter if it's not your favorite color or a material you've ever even noticed before. There's just this powerful magnetic,
completely inexplicable pull.
exactly, this deep feeling that I need this one belongs with me.
That intense attraction you're describing, that feeling, it's definitely not a coincidence, and it's so much deeper than just fashion or aesthetics.
Right.
What you're actually experiencing is a kind of secret code. It's a communication from your deepest self. Your subconscious mind is sending you a very specific signal.
Pointing you towards something you need.
Pointing you toward the exact energetic tool you need to navigate the life chapter you're in right now.
That is fascinating. So today we are diving deep into that exact code. We're looking at the concept of crystal archetypes.
Right. Think of them as these 7 energy maps.
Or major roles that line up with the different stages of life we're all constantly moving through. Our mission in this deep dive is to decode what the stone you're drawn to is revealing about your current life lesson.
And where your personal growth is heading. We're going to give you the blueprint so you can figure out precisely which stage of the journey you're on.
Okay, so before we jump into the 7 specific archetypes, let's just quickly define what we're talking about. When we say archetype, we don't need to get bogged down in, academic jargon.
No, not at all.
Simply put, it's the role or the character that you're embodying in a certain phase of your life.
Precisely. We often think of life as this, straight line, but internally, we are constantly shifting roles. You don't stay the same character forever.
That makes so much sense.
In one phase, you might need to be the warrior. In the next, you need to be the hermit or the sage. And the key here is that every type of crystal has an energy frequency, a unique vibration that just naturally resonates with one of these life roles.
So it's a tool that's perfectly tailored for the job you're doing internally.
Exactly.
So we have 7 stages. We're going to start with those initial internal shifts. The ones that, they often begin quietly, almost unconsciously, before you see any big external changes.
Let's start the sequence.
Okay, let's jump in. Archetype number 1, the Seer, who we also call the Awakener.
If you are suddenly finding yourself just powerfully pulled toward the deep purple of Amethyst or that incredible celestial blue of Lapis Lazuli.
Oh, with a little gold flecks in it.
Yes, exactly. That is a very, very clear sign you are likely entering the state of the Seer.
And what that feels like is, it's like you've just woken up from a very long dream. The life you were living, the rules you followed, all of it suddenly feels a little shaky.
Maybe even a little absurd.
Yeah. You start questioning everything, and you have this thought on repeat. There has to be more than this.
And the essential energies defining this stage are heightened intuition and this sudden, sometimes jarring clarity.
How would you know for sure? What's a sign?
A really strong clue is a big increase in frequent, very accurate dreams, or those really strong, accurate hunches that just pop into your head out of nowhere. Your third eye is opening up.
That sounds exhilarating, but also maybe a little overwhelming. What's the core lesson there?
The lesson is differentiation, and it's profound. You're being tested to separate the voice of fear, which is always loud, it's based on old programming, from the quiet voice of truth.
Your inner knowing.
Right. And the stones, like Amethyst, they're there to help you turn down the volume on all that external noise so you can finally hear your own heart's guidance. It's a scary first step.
Okay, so that lays the foundation. Once you have that clarity, where does the energy go next?
It moves inward to repair. And this brings us to stage 2, the heart healer, also known as the nurturer.
And here we're talking about stones like the gentle pink of rose quartz or the marbled pinks in rhodonite.
Yes. If you're craving those, your role is clearly focused on emotional recovery.
This sounds like a period of emotional detox. You might be recovering from a serious heartbreak or disappointment, or maybe just this gnawing feeling of loneliness.
Your whole system is basically screaming for self-love and forgiveness.
So what's the real challenge here?
What's often overlooked is that people drawn to these stones are struggling with the actual process of opening their heart. They might have slammed it shut to avoid pain, or maybe they've spent so long carrying everyone else's emotional baggage
That they've forgotten how to care for themselves.
Exactly, they've forgotten how.
So for someone who is genuinely closed down to avoid pain, how does something like a rose quartz actually help? It seems counterintuitive to open up when your brain is screaming that opening up equals pain.
It's not about blasting the walls down all at once, it's about softening them. The crystal provides this consistent, gentle frequency that reminds the emotional body what safe self-acceptance feels like.
A daily, subtle affirmation.
Yes, the lesson is putting those heavy bags down. The universe is telling you, before you can find real, sustainable, external love, you have to become the most dedicated lover to yourself first.
I love that. Okay, so we found clarity with the Seer, started healing with the Heart Healer. Now we have to deal with the external world. Which brings us to Archetype 3, the Protector, the Guardian.
Yes, and if the deep, velvety black of black Tourmaline or the grounding layers of Smoky Quartz are suddenly calling out to you, you are likely experiencing energy depletion.
So you feel tired after being in crowds, or you feel drained by certain people.
Or you keep encountering toxic situations. Your primary need is for boundaries and safety.
So if the Heart Healer teaches us what to keep in, what happens when we realize that the thing we need protection from is also internal?
And that's the subtlety of this stage. Your energy is leaking not just because of other people, but through your own habits overgiving, worrying about things you can't control.
Not defining your own space.
Right. I see this all the time. Someone drawn to black tourmaline will say they went to a family gathering and felt physically sick afterward, only to realize they spent hours just absorbing everyone else's tension.
That's the ultimate energy leak.
It is.
So the lesson the Protector teaches is simple, but so hard. It's learning how to truly say no.
Exactly. The objective is grounding. Bringing your energy back to your core so you can stand firm and decide what you let in and what you have to cut out to keep yourself safe.
Okay, those first three feel really foundational. Internal alignment, self-care, boundaries. But now we move into the intense transformation.
This is where it gets deep.
These next four stages are where the really big, sometimes overwhelming growth happens.
These are the stages of profound structural change. They force us to face the hardest parts of ourselves.
Let's start with number 4, the Shadow Walker, the Mirror. And the stone here is black obsidian, that dense, pure, black, mirror-like volcanic glass.
If you are captivated by that stone, you are ready for the deepest excavation work there is. This state feels like you're voluntarily walking into a dark cave to finally face your inner demons.
So we're talking about old trauma, suppressed anger, bad habits.
All the shadow aspects.
Yeah.
And the obsidian acts as this inescapable polished mirror, reflecting back the hard truths you've maybe spent years trying to run away from.
Wait, that's a huge insight. People talk about suppressed trauma hurting, but you're saying it's costing them actual physical energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about the incredible amount of energy it takes to keep a difficult truth pushed down. It's exhausting. It's like holding a beach ball underwater 24/7.
Wow.
The lesson here is pure shadow work. The challenge is to stop running. Dare to make eye contact with those truths. And when you do, all that energy you were using for suppression is suddenly unlocked. It transforms into pure life force. This is the archetype of genuine, hard-won rebirth.
So once that deep dig is done, you've got a big mess to clean up.
A huge mess.
Which brings us to Archetype 5, the Energy Cleaner, the Purifier. The stone here is selenite, that luminous white wand.
This is the big cleaning phase. After the mess of the Shadow Walker stage, there's this deep internal knowing that says, I have to truly and finally let this old stuff go.
Old habits, expired relationships.
Old beliefs that are just blocking your path.
I love the analogy of selenite being liquid light. How does that actually work on old energy?
It washes away the viscosity, the stickiness of old emotional energy. That's what keeps you attached to old patterns, even when you know better.
Right.
And this is a crucial point for anyone listening. You cannot build a new future on a foundation that's still full of energetic ruins. This stage is absolutely vital for clearing the space so a new timeline, new opportunities can actually flow in.
Okay, so the old foundations are clear, the space is clean, the energy shifts dramatically. Archetype 6 is where we start building. The creator, the architect.
Yes. And here we're talking about the confident, outward-focused stones, citrine and pyrite, the yellows and golds.
In this state, your energy is finally expanding outward. You've got the clarity, the boundaries, the clean slate. Confidence comes back.
And your focus shifts entirely to building new things, new projects, a new career, and actively attracting tangible abundance and success.
The lesson here feels like reclaiming your power. How do citrine and pyrite help with that?
They shift your core motivation. Citrine is famous for dissolving that deep, unconscious fear of scarcity. And pyrite, with its golden sheen, it's like a magnet for real-world opportunities.
So the question you ask yourself changes.
Completely. It goes from that small, worried voice asking, "Am I good enough?" to the powerful statement, "What magnificent things can I create?" This is the prime time for manifestation.
And finally, the seventh stage. The one that feels like the universe just hit the fast-forward button. The timeline shifter. The quantum leaper.
This ultimate stage is associated with moldavite, that intense green meteorite glass, and labradorite, the wizard stone.
This is the stage of rapid, intense, sudden change. It feels like your life is shifting overnight.
A true quantum leap.
Moldavite is notorious for being intense, right? Something about its cosmic origins gives it this accelerated energy.
It does. And a key sign you're in this stage is encountering what we call the green wall.
The green wall.
This is when life forces you, quickly and completely, to abandon your old self. There's no negotiation. It could be a sudden job loss that pushes you into a better field, an immediate move you never planned.
Or a relationship ending so fast you can't even process it.
Exactly. The universe is removing your old options to force you onto a higher path.
So the lesson of the timeline shifter is surrender. It's a spiritual quantum jump that forces you to integrate all the previous lessons.
Absolutely. You have to abandon logic because your rational mind just cannot keep up with this kind of speed. You have to rely completely on that intuition you developed back as the seer to navigate this profound alignment with your soul's purpose.
Wow. Okay, now that we've laid out all 7 roles, let's bring this all together and make it really actionable for you, the listener. The question is, which archetype are you standing on right now?
And if you're not sure, we have a simple little checklist, 3 things to observe. First, which stone, out of all the ones we just mentioned, is drawing you in the most? Your subconscious almost always knows what tool you need.
Number 2, what issues are repeating in your life right now? Are they old problems like boundary issues coming back for one last go-around?
Or are they new opportunities and projects just running toward you?
And number 3, what's the deepest, most common emotion you're feeling every day? Is it fear, excitement, anger, or maybe a growing sense of peace?
If you're constantly in situations that are forcing you to let go of old things, you might be the energy cleaner.
And if your life is moving so fast it feels like a roller coaster, you are almost certainly the timeline shifter.
The big concept to hold on to here is that life is a spiral, not a ladder.
A spiral, not a ladder. I like that.
Most people think it's a ladder. You finish a stage, you move on, you never look back. But the spiral suggests it's a circular journey that's constantly elevating.
So we revisit these lessons.
We do. We cycle through these archetypes over and over, but always at a deeper, more sophisticated level. When you come back to the protector stage 10 years later, you're not learning to say no to a toxic coworker.
You're learning to say no to a limiting belief inside yourself.
Exactly. It's the same lesson of boundaries, but the stakes are higher, and it's far more internalized.
Can we trace a common path?
Sure. Someone might start with a heavy confrontation as the shadow walker. After that, they have to heal as the heart healer. Then they clear out the old noise as the energy cleaner. With that clear space, they can finally build as the creator, and then boom, they leap as the timeline shifter.
And the cycle just starts again, but you're wiser.
Wiser, stronger, and with a much deeper understanding of yourself.
I think the most critical takeaway here is that crystals are tools. They're not magic wands.
No, they will not instantly change your life with zero effort. Their main purpose is to aid your awareness, to help you focus. They pinpoint where your work is needed most.
So how can someone use this knowledge effectively?
3 simple steps. First, just accept your current life lesson. Acknowledge the role you're in right now. Second, use the stone you're drawn to as a totem, a kind of energetic companion to remind you of your intention.
So if you're the heart healer, you carry rose quartz to remind yourself, I'm practicing self-love today.
Precisely. And third, set a crystal clear intention for that stage. Don't just ask Citrine to make you rich. Ask it to help you find the confidence to pitch that project.
Or the energy to finally write that business plan.
Exactly. Don't expect the stone to do the work. Expect it to focus your mind with laser precision on the work that truly needs to be done.
That's the perfect way to put it. The stone doesn't change your life. It helps you stand more firmly in your own truth so that you can change your life.
You are the source of the power.
The crystal is just the lens that focuses your inner light onto the right spot at the right time.
We encourage you to enjoy this process. Enjoy finding your current stone guide and really growing into the profound role you're playing right now.
That's a wrap on this deep dive into the crystal archetypes. We'll talk to you next time.